James Gunn might just include one of the most hilarious scenes at Orgy. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Anyone who has been on the internet in the past decade must have come across How It Should Have Ended, a parody web series that produced animated episodes about how popular films should have ended, often pointing out narrative errors in these stories. One of the staple gags in the series is Super Cafe, which sees superheroes in humorous situations in a cafe-type setting. Two regular customers that are seen sitting across from each other are Superman and Batman, which fans have said they would like to see in James Gunn's DCU. The director, taking to responding to the post, has implied that he might be open to doing it, should certain conditions set by an over-enthusiastic fan be met. In 2023, there was a call from a particular fan online to feature a scene similar to the Super Cafe scene in the new DCU, which was then responded to by another fan, saying that he would eat a shoe if that were to happen. Interestingly, James Gunn responded to the tweet, asking what exactly he would have to do to see the fan eat a shoe. Following this, the user who had offered to eat the shoe laid down the ground rules. 1. If Superman and Batman sit down in a cafe and have a chat, he will eat one shoe. 2. If they talk about how they would have solved the other's problem with ease, the user will eat another shoe. 3. If Batman interrupts Superman by saying, "Because I am Batman," the user will eat another shoe. After hearing these terms, James Gunn would go ahead and tweet that he would be back in a few years, implying that he would work to make that scene happen in the DCU. While this might just feel like a joke, more recent developments have pointed towards Gunn still remembering the online interaction. While the interaction happened a while ago, and no one would hold it against James Gunn if he forgot about it, it seems that the writer-director very much remembers the bet, or was at least reminded of it. At JKZ, he posted a reel to his Instagram account that neatly retreated the entire situation, and James Gunn liked the post, indicating that it is still something he had at the back of his mind, or was at least reminded of recently. James Gunn might even put the scene in the DCU, but that probably won't be the case for a long time, given that we don't even know who is the Batman of the DCU, and have absolutely no indication of how the Justice League will be assembled. James Gunn, however, has mentioned that the focus will be on telling individual stories rather than setting up a universe, as the DCU will function as more of an established sci-fi/fantasy space, like Star Wars or Game of Thrones. James Gunn needs to put another project into fans' wish list counter as Grifter takes center stage in new campaign. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Justice League. The Flashpoint paradox is one of the most well-loved takes on the DC universe. DC has been able to milk this story again and again, being in the DCU with the Flash, or the DC block at the CW. A slew of characters were reimagined in bold new ways, with one character taking the fandom by storm. Grifter has not been a character that has been a part of the mainstream, but that does not mean that the character is without his fans. Specifically, his portrayal in the Flashpoint Paradox film has people wondering why James Gunn has not given the character a film yet. Grifter, as a character, is very similar to the likes of Rick Flag, Peacemaker, Deathstroke, and Vigilante. There is one particular scene from Justice League, Flashpoint Paradox, that has fans wondering if James Gunn is going to give Grifter his own series, one that sees the character deliver headshot after headshot to an army of Amazons before he is finally shot down by multiple arrows. However, given that Grifter might not have enough mainstream following to merit his own film, the character could become a part of a show like Vigilante, which could be a potent gimmick for James Gunn to exploit. Obscure characters usually have to be made palatable with some sort of grounding device, and more often than not, that device is a hero that is actually more popular and palatable for the mainstream audience. Just like Peacemaker, Grifter could be a part of the cast of something like Peacemaker or a Batman film. And if the character is well received, then James Gunn can put a solo project featuring the character into production. Creature Commandos might have been an odd place to start the DCU, but it seems to have worked in favor of James Gunn after all. Creature Commandos has come out swinging, with each episode already delivering some of the breakout characters of the DCU. From G.I. Robot to The Bride, fans are quite happy with what James Gunn has decided to assemble with the show. Further, the first teaser for Superman has managed to win over most of the fandom, with the future looking ever so bright for the franchise. The trailer managed to become one of the most watched and talked about trailers to come out of WB. Superman teaser trailer is out, and DC fans are loving James Gunn's version of Man of Steel. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. James Gunn's Superman has dropped its first teaser trailer, and it has received a positive response from the world over. Gunn's film is undoubtedly one of the most anticipated films of 2025. From the teaser, it appears that Gunn has checked every box to make DC fandom happy. David Corenswet will play this iteration of Superman. Rachel Brosnahan plays Lois Lane, while Nicholas Hoult appears as the classic Superman villain Lex Luthor. Other confirmed cast members of the film include Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen, Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, Maria Gabriela DeFaria as the Engineer, Eddie Gathegi as Mr. Terrific, Terrence Rosemore as Otis, Anthony Kerrigan as Metamorpho, and Isabella Merced as Hawkgirl. Even before the teaser trailer, James Gunn gave us hints that comics would play a huge part in his Superman film. More recent superhero film directors have received the wrath of the audience for steering away from the source material for the sake of originality. However, Gunn plans to reel in the comic book fandom by giving them what they exactly want. Fans saw a Man of Steel who is more relatable and spreads optimism around. Particularly, one scene in the trailer where David Corenswet's character swoops in to save a girl from crashing debris is something classic Superman does. Superman stands as hope for the people as the chant Superman gets louder and louder during the run of the teaser. It is further highlighted in the teaser when a young boy raises a flag with the S symbol and whispers Superman's name during a time of crisis. Gunn himself mentioned the inspiration from comic books during an interview. He shared with comicbook.com, "There's a lot of stuff from the comic books above and beyond anything else, All-Star Superman, that influenced me more than anything. The comic-accurate costumes, the settings, and even the plethora of characters and Easter eggs that flash through the scenes look all promising. We even have Krypto the Superdog in the movie." The first thing that hits us right from the moment Superman crash lands at the beginning of the trailer is the bright colors of the teaser. James Gunn nailed the character and the world's tone with these colors. The colorful filter also helps bring hope and optimism into the film. The color choice also gives the character a classic look, which many fans point out to be a prime attraction in this trailer. Adding to the color tone, fans didn't know they needed to hear a twist on John Williams' iconic Superman theme from the 70s to get in the spirit. The moody theme perfectly balances out the cheery colors, giving fans a satisfactory experience from the teaser. This Superman is also going